Good morning, Greg.
Good morning, David.
Isn't it weird that we've been talking for like 40 minutes and then it's like the first time?
Yes.
Hey, how's it
I'm just waiting
going?
for the stream to start on my thing. So, and then,
I got the YouTube notification, which usually doesn't happen.
right? And I see Raymond in here. It's waiting for 3D Make It. But maybe,
No,
oh, an ad's running. Something's happening.
we didn't forget about you, Raymond. Here's what happened technical changes with David and Greg.
Changes. Is that a copyright?
Yeah? Why would you do that to us? Now we're going to have a strike. No, it's too little. It says live, so that's good.
Yeah, no, I see us now on the YouTube stream, so we're good.
I see and I hear both of us, so that's even better. Yay! No, we switched. It's a long story, Ray. We had a software that we bought, and then we didn't want to buy it, but then they charged us for it, and then now
Yeah,
we told them no, go away.
yeah, and I got to still verify that they return my money.
Give me my money.
So, but other than that, how are things this fine non-snowy morning this week?
I don't know. It's probably gonna snow, because that's the way it is, right? Like it,
It's true.
it hates us. But I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's okay. I think. I think.
I hope so.
Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. So what? Hold on. Can't hear David very. How about now? Is this better?
I could hear you fine the whole time.
Hello. I
Maybe
know,
it's
but
just going out. That's being weird. Can you hear me okay?
Raymond, on a scale of 1 to 10, how well can you hear me? Better, but not the best. Okay. Okay. Fine.
That's weird.
I'll look at it. Do. Oh, I see. Oh. Oh. Okay,
Oh,
we can
he's
get
got
a
he's got he's on top of it.
we can get a little gamey. Well, I'm on top of this, Greg. Regale us with a story.
Well, I would like to thank all the patrons out there
Whoa.
who who support us and everyone that participates in our Discord. I don't see Dominic in the chat today, but he's normally in their Discord chatting away with us
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. And so I'd just like to thank everyone who supports us. If you want to support us, go to uh, patreon.com/3D Make It. And you can find all our stuff on 3dmakeit.ca.
Yeah. Or something
Yeah,
like that, I think.
yeah, I think.
Let's see. Hey, does this sound better, Raymond? Or does this sound better? Let's try that.
The previous one, I think, sounds better.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can listen to it too. Hello.
That is
Whoa.
better, he says.
Whoa. That's that's gamey.
Okay, that's a little
Okay.
too much. Yeah, that's a little too much. I think you got a little too audio happy there. Right.
I don't even know it's on this mic. Everything is new today. Everything.
Well, I can still hear you, so that's a positive.
It is a
And
positive.
and I because when I plug into the back here,
Yeah.
it goes away. So I have it plugged into my speaker over there.
Oh.
So I don't
Oh.
know. Something's happened with my Rode mic. I don't know if it's just electronic age or something. It seems to cut out now and then, and
It's not
I
that
don't know.
old.
I know, but it's
Weird.
being weird. I tried new drivers. I've tried everything. I even changed the cable, and I don't know. All
Hey,
right,
do you want to know a fun fact about 3D printing?
I do want to know a fun fact about 3D printing. What is David's fun fact?
Okay, if you block one website, you can make lots of people mad. That's my fun fact.
But it's not blocked. It just times out.
It's true.
It's not
Uh,
blocked.
yeah. All of Bamboo Labs web services, people, run through bamboolabs.com. You can still use MakerWorld,
Mhm.
but if you try to block like APIs and stuff, it just everything gets the block, and you're like, oh, oops.
Yes.
But not oops, to be clear.
So I thought I would. I'm not sure if you talked lots of stuff about the new trend in the market last week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking through the news. I don't think see anything that's pardon me, that's really standing out as new. Um,
No, usually
there's
not. This time of year is like, let's coast to the holidays and look for sales. You know.
well, I mean, there's a new Bamboo Studio 2.4. There's a new Super Slicer, if anyone still uses it. Um,
And that used to be the thing.
I know, but now and Orca, they just they haven't really released anything new since a couple months ago. So something's got to be new coming out because of all the new other printers that are coming. So we should see a
Mm-hmm.
new revision. It's probably going to be just mostly printer compatibility. Um, Mainsail, there's some updates. Fluid, there's an update.
Like printer
Uh,
compatibility.
like like just some profiles for printers so that you can now use them,
Oh,
so you don't have to custom make your own profile.
yeah.
That's all. I not that they're making it so that the printers work better. It's just making it so that it's convenient. That's all.
So like, here's the thing, and it's kind of exciting, I guess, kind of. So as we all know, Creality, uh, they make some 3D printers, you know,
There's a couple out there, yeah.
and as we know, Orca Slicer, they make some orcas. That that's how it works, right? Orca Slicer
um,
makes orcas.
I don't think they make Orcas.
Oh, uh, howdy doodly, Earth 2 and beyond. So like for a while there was a compatibility issue, let's call it. Um, Lots of people really like using Orca Slicer,
Mm-hmm.
right? And lots of people really like
Or Prusa.
using Prusa Slicer.
Mm-hmm.
But I had some people like me. I even use Creality Print because
I,
that's my brain.
I've used a whole bunch of them.
And I'm going to talk about Orca Slicer for a second here. So Orca Slicer, you can sign in and install all the Bamboo Lab stuff in Orca Slicer and connect, and it works. Um, to send printers.
I do like the new band or don't connect to Bamboo services
Hmm.
blocking in Orca. That's
Yeah, and
Hearing the
so
Wizard.
that's that's part of the newness, and it's great. So you had like um what what basically happens is you have like Orca Slicer, which everybody is using. If you haven't used it yet, and you have more than one, um, and you have more than like one brand of printer, it actually is something that could consolidate all of it for you. And that's one thing I wanted to mention right now. Um, I'm just gonna pop to my screen capture. I know you apologize if you guys get incepted,
And
and
hopefully you can still see me
uh,
or hear me.
oh, they'll hear you. They won't see you.
That's okay as long as they can still hear me.
Oh, I can fix. Oh no, I don't want to do that. You'll take up the whole screen. We're just gonna hear Greg for this one.
That's that's fine.
So in the K1C or any other Creality, you come into Creality Slicer. Um, it's kind of what it looks like. Looks the same as Bamboo Slicer. Stuff's kind of swapped. So if you look at
Right hand
Orca
side
Slicer,
versus left hand
this
side.
is
Yeah.
more Bamboo Slicer, right? So,
Yep.
um, but stuff's kind of swapped. So if we go into your device tab on um, this is Creality Print, right? Because they have this, you can do your scan ad up here, which is great. And then you can hit details if you want to go to the next page where I was. Of note, I have the K1C, and it seems that the website is very, very broken if you try to go to the website.
Like what do you mean the website? Like the website
S-
on the printer itself?
yeah.
Is that what you mean? Okay.
Let me show you guys. I don't need that one up. I need. Is this yes? I'll just show you
So
quick.
like it's like the Clipper mainsail fluid
Mm,
interface
yeah.
kind of thing.
So
The
you can get the
Creality
IP
version.
address from from the tab up top, or if you go back home, it's right there. So I'll just copy it, and then if you go to the IP address, boop boop boo doo doo boo, you can see that like it kind of loads, sorta, and then all of a sudden like the bed level never loads right, and then you can't actually see any of your print history. But
Hmm.
when you're in your slicer, you can. Okay, so if I go in here, here's all my print history now. It doesn't show me the bed level at all in this view, which is probably why it's broken. Hey,
Now,
no worries, Dominic. We started late too, so we had some technical things.
now you can load like fluid or mainsail interface, so and then you just have to go to a different port number or something.
So here's the thing: you can.
I
However,
don't know. I don't know why you
I
would
haven't
now.
I haven't done it with the CFS.
Hmm.
Yeah, the party's just getting going, Dominic. Don't worry. Um, I have with the CFS. I haven't turned on the root or installed any of the other extra features. I should try it one day. The firmware needs an update. They have not produced an update for this, and it doesn't look like they're going to release an update. So if you have a K1C, apparently, and I didn't know this, but you have to have a K1C that's the 2025 version for this to work completely right. So it could be that I have the 2024 version. I'm not sure. I'll have to look on the back of mine. But Orca Slicer. So we grabbed the IP, we went to the web page. It looked really good. Not really. So here in Orca Slicer, I already have a K1C. So if in Orca Slicer you click on the little boop 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 boop, the Wi-Fi logo right there.
This is for people who are using it not in a corporate environment, correct?
It's for people who want to use it and can connect to the IP address. I'm not going to tell them what they have to do. But, so one of the things that so by default it says to this Octo and Clipper, and since Creality Print isn't running or Creality printers aren't running base Octoprint or Clipper, um, it's not going to work. But they did add this Creality Print button, and now you can go pop pop pop. You can test. Well, you can't test it. That's
You might
sad.
have to click off. Now you can test.
Oh, bam. Yay. So that's all you need for a Creality printer. There's no API key or passwords that you need as of right now. So if you just click OK, now what happens is you're connected to the device. So you can actually send to the printer. Now I am not sure how far this goes because, like, obviously we can do the. Oh, yeah, it
Oh,
loads.
there it
There
is.
you go. Ironically, it's loading the website, not the. Um,
Yeah, most people are gonna. This is enough for them to see
but
and do.
again, like I have a little bit of an issue, and it's like the history works, but it should be under file, and it's not, and that could just be like my brain going between the two. But you do have, like Greg said, you do have enough, right? Like you can control your printer now, so you can actually see a little bit. The only thing you can't do, I'm trying desperately right now. I don't know if you can hear it, everybody. I'm trying really hard to
You-
double click in there, and it's doing
what if you click the checkbox on the left?
it's doing nada. Oh, now it
Oh,
does since
oh,
I sorted. So if I click the checkbox, Oh, brother.
You can delete the file.
Okay, so
You just can't print it.
so so here it's clearly this is
A
a
work
bit
in
of a
progress.
mess in here, and like I said, the firmware should come and fix this. This is the original firmware that came with the upgrade kit to the CFS, which was about $80, I think, when we bought it. Um, so
So
just
they
to
just
show,
haven't revised the firmware.
yeah, and I don't like I said, I don't think they are going to. There's as far as I could see, there's nothing that is available
So
for it.
I got to say that's unfortunate. Um, there's other companies out there, other brands that seem to update their firmware regularly. Um, but I don't know that they integrate as well with Orca. Um, so I don't know.
But like in the actual Creality print here, you can right click and go start your job again if you wanted to print the same or deleted export. So there's a little bit of difference. And again, Greg is right. This is Orca trying to use Creality print, which is okay, but it's clear that they're just using the web interface instead of actual the Creality ports.
Yeah, they're not using the API or whatever
Mm.
Creality uses to connect to this.
And I
Um,
don't know the direct Creality port off the top of my head. I could find it. Um,
but
do I have a
now
map on here?
because they use Clipper as a base, do they not have to like release this on their GitHub?
Greg
In
brings a
theory,
Greg
in
brings a point to
theory.
the table that's very valid. Yes, yes. Now, when we looked at so that's a cool integration. I'm just gonna throw it out there. I'm not gonna show it. You can do the same thing with Bamboo, and like Greg said, you can check the box to like turn off talking to the Bamboo cloud, which is good too because um, you can run those Bamboo printers, even though it makes them basically like almost useless. You can run them in offline mode. And then that's something we talked about last week too, right? The Creality loop versus the Bamboo loop. Creality, everything works at the printer. Bamboo, everything works in the cloud. So it's it's kind of interesting, but
Yeah.
Orca Orca Slicer is getting very robust if you have more than one brand of printer, or you have a lot of like Clipper, Octoprint instances, those kind of things on your printers. Orca Slicer is your friend. And you can add the printers just like we showed in there, and then you click the little Wi-Fi a do diddly thing, and away we go. What we got here? And now, how are they going? So it says, now how are they going to steal my STLs? And that's very true. Bamboo Labs, everybody has that question, and they still do. If you're making like private stuff under NDA or private IP for a company, I mean, one of the examples was like the army, and those kind of entities. How can you guarantee that the files are not getting like, oh, this looks neat, I'll take this, um, and take it. So that helps with that loop, the offline thing a little bit. Um, but I mean, it works well. So um, I guess the moral of the story here is Octoprint or Orca is your friend now. So don't be afraid to make the leap over when you have multiple branded printers.
Yeah. Orca is an excellent slicer. I still, with my bamboo, I use native the bamboo slicer for the most part.
Oh, yep, yep.
But and then we have a variety of printers at work
Hmm.
now. Most of them are, well. There's a variety. We have Enders. We have the High now that we've been testing out, which is
Hmm.
quite a nice little printer. It works really well. Uh, and we have the K series printers, and
Hmm.
they work integrate so well with the Creality print that it's why not just use that one, especially since it worked. If it didn't, if it was kind of like when way back in the day when we were using Kira for everything, and you had to really muck with it to get a good print out of it. You had to like really, you couldn't just add a couple more walls. You had to like really tweak it to make it reliable with your profile and really dial it in. Then yeah, I wouldn't, obviously you want to use something else, but between Orca and Creality print, they're both very solid. So it's like
Hmm.
choose your flavor and enjoy.
It's very true, and it took a while for us to get to that point,
Yeah,
but
it's nice that the slicers are finally um, very mature and very equal. Like they're until someone comes up with a, a killer um, process or something that's in one versus the other. I can't mm, whichever, it's always been whichever one works the best, because for a long time we even switched from Kira to Prusa Slicer for a lot of stuff,
yeah.
because Orca wasn't mature enough at the time, and then now they've kind of been kind of
Hmm.
mature for a while now. So
Raymond brings up a valid point, and I think it's a good one to echo. Like uh, the slicer the company releases for the printer matches their printer,
yes,
so it's always good to use bamboo slicer with a bamboo lab printer or a Creality print
yep,
with a Creality
for
printer.
sure.
Um, and Greg said it earlier when we were talking about like, oh, what's new? Orca Slicer hasn't been updated for 2 months, right? So, uh, you're always going to be depending on third parties to roll stuff into a
Hmm.
slicer like that.
Hmm.
Um, where like I got the Bamboo Lab update the other day and I rolled in the new H series printer and a couple others. Like they just keep them coming. Um, and I've had better results with like Creality print with my K series.
And same with my
So,
bamboo. Like I've had very reliable and consistent. The
mhm.
consistency is the key. Like it's like I don't really have to worry. It works so well. So
Yeah.
um but speaking of printers and whatnot,
Speaking
I
of
sent you a link
printers
the other
and
day
whatnot,
about a new Ender 3.
wasn't it under 4?
It was an Ender 3 V4.
Oh, that's what it was. Why don't they? Here, listen. Just call it a 4. You know
But
what? Well, I guess they had a 4 though. That's the thing. Ender
yeah,
3 is the frame.
Ender
Okay,
3
they
is
win.
the consumer very popular printer. Now, I don't know if this is a case, but I'm speculating here. I'm going to over a speculating rant, but they released the high because they needed something that the CFS was compatible with. And I think at the time they must have been thinking, "Oh, well, we need to replace the Ender." Everyone has such a kind of a very tender spot in their heart for the Ender, because it was,
Mhm.
it's a nice, reliable, very popular machine. So now that the Ender V4 is compatible with the CFS, I'm thinking the high might slowly disappear. High was kind of a weird naming
Well, it was
too.
weird naming, but like the price point on it was ridiculous. Still
It
is.
wasn't. It was. It's not
It's cheap.
horrible.
Well, it's not horrible. It's cheap. Like I don't know how they make any money at it because they're
Well, and
selling
I
the high what they sell an individual CFS for.
I think you're going to see something similar with the V4. Is the pricing is going to be very competitive, and it's going to basically be their shot at the, what is the bamboo mini? Is it the mini? Which
Well,
is
the mini is their cheapest. It's
Okay, but
also
which
the
is the
small
one that
frame,
is like the Ender one with the two poles, not the
just the
single
A1.
A1? So I
Yeah.
think it's going to be their their A1 bulk produce because of some of the features that the way they produce the frame and
Mhm.
everything. Like it's all cast. It's like uh, they've they've really tried to make it, I think, mass producible. Whereas the high, I don't think was quite as mass producible as the way the Ender 3 V4 is going to be. So we'll see.
Yeah. And Dominic asked the question, why would I use bamboo slicer instead of Orca? And the answer is
If you had a bamboo,
if you have a bamboo printer, maybe use a bamboo slicer. But
I
like
wouldn't use
for
the bamboo slicer on like a cutie or whatever.
well, it's a tricky thing to answer too because like I think they actually have the profiles in there for
They might.
QE. So like, but like again, like
I think it's for
if you have
workflow.
it is, and if you have a lot of different brands that all have generic slicers, like maybe back in the day they would just sell, or when you bought a printer, a lot of people would just have like a profile for Kira,
Mm.
on the
Yep.
website, and that's it. Well, then why wouldn't you just use Kira,
Yep.
right? And so like um if you're QD Tech or I forget Elegoo, if if those were um, if those printers are available with their own slicer, and I don't know if Elegoo or QD Tech have slicers actually.
I don't know that they have their native slicers, but I'm not familiar enough with that. But Ray has said that he's used the bamboo on his K series, so which is fine. And I think
Yeah,
it's about
yeah,
workflow. So, like, let's say if I have majority of printers, and I'm slicing lots and sending to them, it's kind of nice when you're kind of used to an environment just to stay in that environment when you're sending to the other devices. So I can see, if you're Orca slicer, you can go wherever. If you're bamboo, let's say you have three bamboos and then you get a QDI or whatever, um, or Cheedy, I guess it's called, right? So the a
I
Cheedy,
say QD Tech.
then um, then you can still integrate it in with the bamboo slicer or whatever, but I think it's more about workflow than anything else and preference.
Well, and I'm looking, so they do have, like, they definitely have the QD plus Max and all those in bamboo, uh, but they don't have the Elegoo. They have the Neptune X, and I don't think that's the one you have. Um, but like, yeah, like there is slicers, but like, let's put it this way: QD and Elegoo are not known for their slicers.
No.
Uh,
Mm.
bamboo, bamboo was revolutionary, I guess, in making Prusa's slicer look newer, and then
Yeah.
Orca Slicer ran with it and made the open source, because like Super Slicer was the direct. Super Slicer is like the direct offshoot of Prusa Slicer.
Yeah.
It looks
And
the
I
same.
think they were working on basically putting the Kira terminology into Prusa Slicer because, like, the way they the term for walls and the term for this and that was slightly different. So if you were familiar with one or the other, like, the terminology was slightly different. So that was one of the things that
Mm.
kind of switched a bit.
Well, Kira is one of those ones that it's like I don't know how well it supports Clipper. I don't think it does very well.
Right? Yeah,
Um, so
that's
like in
very
your
valid.
case, Dominic, I don't know. Orca Slicer is just probably what I would choose. Um, I don't see either being like I don't see that being a bad choice. because it
And
gives you the
if
most.
those companies do have slicers, it's probably based off the Orca code or something like that. Like it's they probably like forked it. I'm thinking.
Probably. And like the like the GD Tech, whatever, you have to go find it. Like it's not easy. Um and Elegoo Slicer would probably, they used to have one that I did use once for their SLA. Um but I haven't used anything since. Yeah. Do you have the Centurion, Dominic? That's the one you have, right? Let's see. Yeah, they don't even have a no. So Elegoo just has user manuals on their website, to be clear. So they do not have a slicer for um like just their printer. So you're gonna have to look to Orca or something.
Yeah. Well,
Um
that's
or Simplified 3D, man. They
fun.
are just
I
too soon.
loved how you slid
Just
that in
slid that in there.
there.
This is like
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, sp- I've been playing around with trying to get Clipper working on a really tenor. I guess it's 10-year-old printer. I didn't realize this thing was 10 years old. That Mark Forge, their Mark One printer. Um, Someone uh, donated us a an old Mark One, and they don't. The company doesn't support them anymore, so you can't actually like utilize them anymore. And so
it's paperweight.
so I wanted to put Clipper on there and whatnot. So I've been playing around with it to try to get Clipper working. So I got they use a Beagle Board Black is what they use right here with a screen connected to it, and I've got Clipper on it, but I can't get it talking with the board yet. So I'm just kind of I I hacked the OS on the original Mark where
Mm-hmm.
you could restore the firmware, and the original board's called the Victoria, and so I re I put my hex file for Clipper
Yeah,
and
okay. Yeah.
named it to the same file as the that they used to write the default back to it, and I booted up the original OS and I re-flashed the board firmware. So I'm pretty sure I got Clipper on the board now. I just got to get the Beagle board Beagle board talking
Beagle
to
Beagle Bone, isn't it? The
Beagle
bone
Bone.
board.
Yes, Beagle Bone Black talking to the printer board now that I think I got Clipper on it, so that I can then figure out all the pins and then the kinematics is going to be interesting because originally I thought it was Core XY.
Mm-hmm.
It is not Core XY.
Mm-hmm.
It is hybrid Core XY, meaning the A motor drives the Y
Mm-hmm.
and the B motor drives the Y and the head.
Mm-hmm.
So you, in order to move the head into a position while you're moving the Y, you have to change the number of steps on the B motor
Yep.
to to move the head left or right while you're moving it forward and back. So to coordinate that, it's kind of interesting. So I'm not sure that that's going to work. So it's just
That's
a more of a learning tinkering project.
that's
So
one of those couldn't be simpler moments.
well, yeah. And can it be done? I don't know. I mean,
Most.
a lot of people they'll pull the board and they'll literally just put in like an SKR or some other board and
Mm-hmm.
rewire it. And
Well, that makes the most sense too, since it's all defunct.
well, and you would also not have 10-year-old Texas Instrument drivers on the board
Yeah.
that are probably noisy. You go to silent drivers and stuff. So might I do that? I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to take this one as far as I can go first, and then maybe I'll actually put a video out on my discoveries. So we haven't posted a video in such a long time. That's
I
not a live
discovered
stream. That
this. I discovered this, and I discovered this.
yeah. So
It's been a few minutes.
yeah.
A couple. Yeah, Dominic, it was thank you. I couldn't remember if it was a Centurion or a Neptune, and I'm like, I don't even know the names.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the names. But yeah, so that makes a lot of sense. Now, when coming up here, coming up, I think we talked about it, but I'm going to talk about it again. Um, we are probably going to take a break. Okay, now don't be scared, everybody. It'll be fine. But like, next weekend will be our last weekend here
And
until
then it's Christmas
the
and
4th of
holidays and stuff.
January. So we will
Yeah.
be gone 2 weeks and then we will be back
Yes.
because of the holidays. Um, there's lots going on. Hopefully we can get some of the tinkering and stuff done that we like to do.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta put these new hot ends on. I got to do hot end from Fleek. Okay.
Creality.
Bam. It's just a unicorn nozzle, but mine I put a lot of carbon fiber
Mm-hmm.
through mine, so it's time to switch it out. I also have um I bought the big tree deck lights for the P1S or
Oh
any
yeah.
of the bamboos. So instead of like hooking in the way they want me to do it, because Raymond told me that could blow up the printer, I just could have used the 5-volt rail that's coming off the USB port that's hidden on all those printers. So like if you look inside of your P1S, I'm not sure if it's in the X1 series, but like there's a USB port available in there.
Do you want to go full screen? And I gotta just quickly go somewhere. I'll be back.
Gross. Don't be gross. Okay, I'm just kidding. It's fine. So, oh, what do we got here? Yes, I said for 320 cents, it was a fine printer. That's good. I mean, that's an aggressive price for what it is because they are very, very much like a Core XY kind of in the speed demon race. I'm gonna put the new DXC extruder on the K1 armor building. I'm interested how that works out, Raymond, because although I don't want to mod mine too much because the K1 I have has the K1C I have has that CFS, so it's like I need the little switches to be there and that kind of thing. But you'll have to let us know. Maybe we'll have a show off our projects stream after Christmas. We're using this new software that lets us bring people in. So um, we had the other Talk Studio, like we were saying, but this one lets us bring 4 people in as well, and it doesn't include the director of the stream, so we can do up to 5 basically. Um, and then we can share our after holiday prints and maybe even some of the prints that you made for the holidays. I know generally speaking we do a lot of printing to give away as gifts. And then I'm not sure if we have any plans with the laser this year, but I'm sure there's going to be something going on with the laser too. So it it'll be interesting. We'll have a lot to show off and share um, on the January stream. So maybe we can all get together and bring our stuff. But we're getting close to the top of the hour, and I gotta actually jump. So hopefully the technical difficulties are done, and we can start at 10 next time. But I'm going to say thank you all for coming. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you one more time next week. Greg said it. If you wanted to follow us on anything, it's www.3makeit.ca, or you can join the Patreon at the level, and then we can have some Discord chats at patreon.com/3makeit. And yeah, that you guys help keep the lights on, so we're very appreciative to all of you who are patrons. Makes a big difference to what we can do for you and how we can run the show. So until next time, my friends, I bid you adieu. Stay warm.